Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Would you like just one more indicator that this party ain't over for XRP? How about them splishy, splashy whales out there getting aquatic AF? You know what they're doing? You know what they've been doing? They've been buying XRP. I'll share with you the specifics and along with some additional perspective from a few different chart analysts. I'm going to keep this video pretty simple and straightforward to the point here. But I got to tell you, whales don't get wrong-footed, okay? Whales do not buy the top of markets, okay? They just don't do it. They do not buy the top of markets. They distribute at the top of markets, meaning that they sell towards the top of markets. And they can scale it. Doesn't mean it all happens literally in one day, but you'll see when it starts to happen. They'll distribute out and you can see it on charts. And so we'll talk about that when it happens. Eventually, in the not too distant future, it could be in the coming months, I would certainly expect, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it is, we're going to hit a peak for this market. XRP is going to top out somewhere. And there will be indicators that the market's peaking. And there will be a lot of influencers out there who will not want to talk about that. They'll just, for the clicks, they will tell you it's just going to keep going to the moon. It's never going to stop. And I know I'm going to get yelled at it for when this happens. I understand. I've already been through this. It happened last market cycle too. When we're at the top or approaching it, and we compare it to what has happened in the past, like, guys, this is a time to be a little nervous. While everybody else is going to be screaming, are you kidding me? It's just going to go even higher. Bitcoin to 300,000. Woo! No, that may not be the case. I mean, I'd love to see that. But when we get to that point, people will be yelling at me, and I'm just going to tell you straight like it is. Lines up like the past when we hit tops, and we will hit that point. But the good news is we're nowhere near that yet. No. The best is yet ahead. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 4:10 a.m. Central Time, which is my time zone. It's now Sunday, December 8th, 2024. XRP at $2.51, up a little bit. Bitcoin at 99,338 bucks. It's unknown when, but at some point Bitcoin's going to rally well past $100,000. I mean, it's already broken 100,000, but it's going to have a notable jump up finally, eventually anyway. XRP, I mean, it is going to dwarf whatever the hell happens with Bitcoin. But as far as I'm concerned, all of this is a virtual inevitability. And since we're in a bull market, like I was mentioning in my very last video, we don't have to wait that long. It's not like we're in a bear market in accumulation mode, and we saw a little pop and then it dropped a little bit. Now we have to wait a half year for something else to happen. No. This is the moment in the market cycle where things happen quickly. And so if you have to wait a week or two, that's actually kind of normal. And we'll see what it actually comes to. And then you get stuff like this. So obviously, as I've been noting, if you like XRP and you think it makes sense, you're not the only one. I highlighted this post. I'm not going to read it again. I shared it in a recent video, but it's cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, like basically pumping XRP for us, highlighting it and giving positive arguments after being against it for years and years and years. And then finally they listed it for the first time ever after XRP got legal clarity. And they understood, hey, maybe it's kind of a good idea to support that XRP thing, and understanding that Ripple did a really good thing for the entire crypto space. And I just wanted to point out, like, you're seeing it from multiple exchanges. And it's one more example here, and I've seen it from others, but here's crypto.com, one of the largest, most well-known exchanges out there. The next XRP ... So what's the price going to be? That's what they're getting at. They posted this literally yesterday. It's just fun to see this. The coin that was supposed to fall out of the top 10 go to zero because the SEC lawsuit is getting pumped up by other exchanges and whales. This is the headline that I had when I started the video. 120 million XRP grabbed on dip as whales activity picks up. This is an important indicator. Again, whales do not get wrong-footed. They are the smart money, the rich people out there, and they don't get rich and stay rich by making dumbass decisions, which is to say, they don't behave like the typical lemming retail speculator. The typical investor in crypto and in the stock market, frankly, they don't do that well, which isn't to say that there isn't opportunity. There's tremendous opportunity for me and for all of you listening. But people destroy themselves by not getting sufficiently informed and by letting their emotions determine when they buy and sell. And so when XRP dropped recently, that's when the whales stepped in. When it felt scary. as people were panic selling, and the whales got to buy at a discount. So here's chart analyst Ali Martinez highlighting just that. He wrote the following. While XRP dropped from $2.90 to $2.22, whales bought the dip. They purchased over 120 million XRP, totaling $288 million. Again, folks, you will not see this at the peak of the market. They're not going to get wrong-footed. It's just, and so when you get to the point, frankly, where there's a dip and then like on social media, people aren't scared, that's the time where you should be scared. Okay? Because that's the point where that's what the behavior that you see at the peak. That is not where we are right now. Here's a post that was written towards a chart analyst Credible Crypto from somebody named Jose. It said, hey, Credible Crypto, hey Cred, thanks for giving us so much info throughout all this. Did you plan on taking a small amount of profit once breaking all-time high, or waiting for double digits? Thank you. And here's what chart analyst Credible Crypto had to say. And there's a reason he's got 446,000 followers. He has been in this since, same year I was. In 2017, he jumped in. And he gets it. He's been calling for this XRP rally and having to put up with all the same crap that all of us as XRP holders have having to put up with from all the toxic Bitcoin maximalists and all the irrational XRP haters. But he was right. He said, no, it's in the charts. It's going to come. And on top of that, the fundamentals for XRP are stronger than just about any other coin in this entire space. And so here's what Credible Crypto said to that. We'll wait for double digits. That means he's waiting for $10 plus to sell here. Now, mind you, so he has his spot XRP that he hodls. He also is a trader, which I think is bad for most people, but for anybody that can actually pull it off like him, credit where it's due. I do find that impressive. I'm never going to do it. I'm not interested in that. 95% of traders lose money. Whether you're talking about the stock market or crypto, it's not worth the stress, this or that, when you can get life-changing wealth just from buying stuff and waiting, just holding, literally. So he is referencing trading here. So again, he said, we'll wait for double digits. I'm actively scalping/trading XRP when I can in my trading port. And so this is how I take profits along the way, but I won't be touching spot till I think we are at/near the end of the XRP cycle, and we are a ways away from that at the moment. And so he has his hodl bag that he doesn't touch, and then he has a much smaller percentage of his overall crypto portfolio that he does trade with. So when we get to the top, he's going to be screaming, hey guys, this looks like the top. And I'm going to be talking about it on my channel because you need to be warned of this. Just be aware. And I see it every cycle. When we're at the top, there will be screaming. There'll be all sorts of people screaming, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they'll be screaming that it's going to go higher. It's never going to stop. That's the euphoria. And I will be warning you guys this happens every cycle, and you can yell at me if you want. If you think it's going to go higher, fine. And I won't be able to call the literal top, and these analysts won't either, but we can tell you, hey, here's some key metrics that historically mean things are about to get really ugly price-wise, and I'm going to share them with you. So just be aware of that. Here's a post from chart analyst Bobby A. He says, how anyone can look at the monthly XRP chart and say I'm bearish is beyond me. Good luck with that. And I read that and I kind of laughed a little bit. I was like, yep, I don't know how you possibly could be. XRP clearly is not done here. All of the analysts I follow, which they called this breakout of the 7-year symmetrical triangle, all of them say, no, we're not done yet. And most of them believe that we will likely, anyway, see double-digit price action for XRP, so $10 plus, and a lot of them think it's more like $20 or $30. I'll not be surprised if they're correct. I don't make price predictions. I admit I don't know. I'm just, I'm in the trenches just like the rest of you guys. I admit I don't know. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all or pretend to be some sort of fake-ass, finance guru or crypto guru. There's enough of those fake-ass people on YouTube. I'm just straight up a dude hanging out just like the rest of you guys. But I just got to say, having seen this type of activity in other cryptos, at similar points in history when there were similar market caps jump up that much, I'm like, yeah, of course it could. It's already happened with other coins. And you saw how XRP behaved in 2017. Don't think it can't rally insanely and just melt faces. It already has. And this is probably a cycle where it's going to do it again. Here's a post from Crypto Michael where he wrote in part, XRP just had a bullish retest. And so he said that in the afternoon on Saturday. And I've been seeing that from all sorts of people, because don't forget how low it dropped recently. We were just talking about that. And it's certainly bounced. Here's a post from Crypto Insight UK just from several hours ago, 11:32 p.m. And he said, we whipped the top of the box, but are still working the area out. The level we need to close above is $2.62.5. When we get above this level, I expect fireworks. And so I'm seeing similar stuff like that from a number of different analysts. I'll give you another example here. For instance, here's a post from eGrade Crypto. He has a kind of close level that he says to watch for. He says, quick update, 1 hour time frame. A closure above this line, and it's labeled on the screen for you there, at $2.70 will pave the way for higher highs and new all-time highs sooner than later. This means in simple English, we are so effing back. Oh man, I love that after all these years I'm able to say XRP dropped to $2 and so cents. Like we haven't had a 2 as a starting digit in a very long time, unless you're talking about like when it was in the 20-something cent region, and it was last 28 cents. That was the cycle low in June of 2022. Here we are about 2.5 years later. Went from 28 cents to a cycle high of $2.90. But that was never going to happen, right? It's only the idiots and the haters that say crap like that. The market trends up. XRP had clearly been suppressed. It never made sense. And XRP, again, has some of the strongest fundamentals in the space. Of course, it's not going away. There's a reason it's always been in the top 10 coins by market cap. And here's another reason to be optimistic. Here's a post from chart analyst Salsa Tequila, who shared this with his 210,000 followers. He wrote, XRP is one of those coins that nobody dares to leverage long. This rally is almost entirely spot driven. Okay, so if you read the first sentence in the vacuum, you might be like, well, that doesn't sound good. Why doesn't anybody think I goes up? Well, if you're talking about leverage long, first of all, I don't think it's good to play with leverage at all regardless. But people do it with every coin. It's just to varying degrees. But you know what really more strongly drives the price is the spot price. People on, like you and I, buying XRP to hold for ourselves on cryptocurrency exchanges. Because that's organic. If you're leveraging, you're playing with leverage. I mean, you're borrowing to bet, and then you have the option of it doesn't go well. You get liquidated. It's frankly, it's nice to see that what we've seen, it really largely has actually been spot driven. It's impressive, frankly. Like, not every coin is treated quite like this. There's also this post from chart analyst Kush, XRP, says if we get a pullback to the 786, which by the way is $1.47. So I don't know that we're going to drop that low. Most analysts at this point that I follow, although some acknowledge, yes, that you actually could see that happen. So not ruling it out necessarily. Most think what is most probable is we're actually going to resume to the upside sooner than later. So we'll find out together. If it does go down into that range, I won't be scared. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That just happens in crypto. But it seems less probable at this point, at least. But he says, if we get a pullback to that, he speculates that the 1.618, if we get it, that's where it'd be going. He says, pure speculation, still have no idea what XRP does. So appreciate the intellectual honesty, but he's thinking based on his experience charting that if we see that, you're talking about ultimately XRP jumping up to $17.54. So just like the rest of you, I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is like the idea of this market cycle is safely grounded in reality. Hell yeah, it is. 100%. I think this goes way higher, frankly. I mean, it's going to hit a new all-time high in enterprise discovery and melt phases. I mean, I probably don't have to convince you that that's what makes most sense anyway. You probably think that yourself, right? I mean, especially after what's happened last month. Clearly, XRP's alive. You'll love to see it. Back in that number 3 spot where it belongs. Although, we're coming for you, ETH. We're coming for you. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.